We're back again and another opportunity to do something random with people on Twitter. So I'm excited to be here with Michael. Michael, very nice for you to come on. I appreciate you coming on. Today, there is a tech YouTuber in the back. He is going to come out, and it's not going to be two people. It's going to be one. It's going to be you against that tech YouTuber in trivia.
No.
So, without any further ado, I'm going to bring out one of the smartest guys I know and an incredible human being, Rene Ritchie. Hey, Rene.
Oh,
hey,
my God.
Hey, Michael.
So,
what's up, Rene? How's it going?
So the good news is Rene is lovely. The bad news is he's really smart.
He is really smart.
They're only about very specific things, so there's a lot of opportunity to humiliate me here.
Fortunately for you, there's a twist in this that still evens everything. So with that being said, you are now on Are You Smarter Than a Tech YouTuber? So let's see if you are. All right. Well, I mean, you kind of are a tech YouTuber. Actually, you have your own tech YouTube channel, as a matter of fact. Tell me a little bit about it.
I do. Well, I literally started it during lockdown, and I, obviously sitting at home. I work in IT anyway, so I was at home every day working, and I had always wanted to do it. And the likes of yourself and Rene and Jonathan Morrison, John Prosser, you guys are all on my watch list all the time. It's a learning game, and I'm enjoying it as I'm going along. So. Yeah.
Well, you're going to learn today.
You're going to learn today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Michael versus Rene. Are you smarter than a tech YouTuber? So here we go with the first question. Some of these are true and false. Some of these are multiple choice. We're going to start off with a multiple choice question. The company Samsung started off selling A, vacuum cleaners, B, refrigerators, C, groceries, or D, cars. We're going to start with you, Michael. Which one do you think Samsung started with?
I want to say fridges.
You say fridges?
Because
right.
I just know that they still sell fridges.
They do. They do indeed. All right. Rene, what do you think? What's your guess here?
I am also going with B because I also want to be as smart as a tech YouTuber.
Don't we all? I think some of us. Okay, cool. By the way, I'm not going to tell you if you're right or not. That's actually part of the game. Okay, here we go. Next up. YouTube started as a dating site. True or false? The man himself, Rene, what do you think? Did YouTube start as a dating site? You say true.
That is absolutely true.
Michael, what do you think?
I said false.
All right. Okay. Well, we've definitely got a split in the signature. That's good. That means that if one of you was right on one and not on the other, then someone's ahead. But, who knows?
Drama.
Apple once had a clothing line. True or false? All right, Michael, what do you think?
I've never heard of it, but I'll say true.
Okay. And Rene, what do you think?
I think it was very true, and I think it was very time appropriate. I don't know.
Very well may have been. If it is true. Of course, if it's false, it was never time appropriate. Okay, here's more stuff. Google went up for sale in A, 1999, B, 2000, C, 1998, or D, never. Michael, let's start with you. Do you think Google went for sale in one of the years or never? Never. Okay. Rene, what do you think?
Never.
Never as well. All right. True or false? Google's name is actually a spelling error. Rene, what do you say?
True.
Michael, what do you say?
I would say true.
All right, let's go from Google to Microsoft. Microsoft Windows' original name was Interface Manager. True or false? How many of these interface managers would you sell if that's the name? Michael, is it true or false? Was that actually the name of Windows?
See, I remember Windows as far back as Windows 3.1, and I've never heard of it as anything else but Windows. But I don't know. It's I'll go false.
Rene, what do you say?
I'm going to say false as well because A, I've never heard of it, and B, it sounds nowhere nearly complicated enough for an original Microsoft name.
That's actually a good point. All right, well, let's move from Windows to Amazon. Amazon was originally called A, Books.com, or Books, B, Cadabra Inc., C, Buy It Now, or D, Shipping Now.
I would say Buy It Now.
What do you say there, Rene?
I'm going to say A, Books.com, because it sounds like too good a name to be true, but also they didn't want to just sell books.
Because they did sell books.
I was on the fence between Books and Buy It Now, so just thought, I'll stick with Buy It Now.
Where was the first TV station? A, Los Angeles, B, New York, C, Tokyo, Japan, or D, London, England?
I have no idea, so I'm saying Tokyo.
And Michael, what do you say?
I'm going to go stick with the UK, and I'm going to say London.
So in typical Travis fashion, I made a mistake. I was actually supposed to have 10 completely new questions. This last question is from the last episode, but that episode hasn't aired, so neither one of these guys knows what I'm about to ask. So it's fair. And yes, before you leave a comment, it's from the last episode. Yeah, I get it. Okay, here we go. The original design of the first iPhone, of one of the first designs for the iPhone, was an actual apple.
False, and how dare you, sir? False, and how dare you?
Okay. Michael, what do you say?
I'd say false. I don't think Apple's that crazy.
I'm just going to say this. 1 point separates you two.
Ooh,
so I guess the strategy here is to not pick the same answer as the other person. Now, you can if you want, but because you might be the one ahead, in which case you'd want to stay ahead. But I'm just going to give you that hint. Which is the most used password in the world? Is it A, password, B, 12345, C, 123456, or D, 111111? Okay, Michael, what do you say here?
Well, I work in IT and I work in infrastructure, and I actually answered this question recently on a training video in work.
Well, should we start with Rene then? So you might actually know. Okay, no, go ahead.
So
You're right.
if this answer is wrong, well then my training was wrong.
Uh-oh.
So I say C.
Rene, do you believe him or is he trying to trick you?
I think he's right, but I went with A because it's funnier.
Okay. All right. Well, interestingly, we have a tie. I've never had this happen before.
Oh. No.
So let me see if I can figure out a way to fix this, as I usually have an extra question, which I did not prepare for this particular video.
6.5 hours later.
When did digital sales for music outsell physical sales for music? Was it A, 2012, B, 2013, C, 2014, or D, 2015?
I'll say 2014.
Rene, what do you say?
That's literally just.
I'm going for 2012, just because this has to end.
Finally, obviously, you guys picked different answers. So, someone won by 1 point. Thankfully, mercifully, someone won by 1 point. We don't know who yet. So here's the real question, Michael, okay? If you get this question right, you win $500. Did you beat Rene Ritchie? That is the real question. Did you answer more questions right, one more question right, than Rene Ritchie, or did he answer one more right than you? Now, I just want to be clear. You got to hang with us. There was never any kind of indication that this was going to be about money. We're just going to have a good time. But now it's about money. Now it's about pressure. All the pressure's on you. So, are you smarter than a tech YouTuber? Did you beat Rene Ritchie, yes or no?
Yeah, I did.
You beat Rene Ritchie? You did!
I did.
You
That's
beat
my
Rene
answer.
Ritchie by 1! You win $500. Congratulations. That was a close one. That was insane.
So can I have some of Rene's subs then?
Yes.
Yeah, you win some of Rene's subscribers. We'll go over what the answers to some of those questions were. I'm sure you guys are kind of curious.
Yes, I'm really curious. I really hope it was the password question that won it. I really hope.
You did indeed get the password question correct. So let's start from the beginning. So Samsung actually started off selling, it was a grocery store. Started off as a grocery store. So they're selling groceries.
What?
YouTube did start off as a dating site. Apple did once have a clothing line. Google went up for sale in 1999 by a company that decided to not buy them because they didn't believe in their search engine AI. Google's name is actually a spelling error. It is. Microsoft's Windows original name was Interface Manager. Amazon's original name was Cadabra Inc. The first TV station was in New York. One of the original designs of the first iPhone was an apple. I will show a picture of that, which is kind of insane. And the most used password is 123456.
How dare you?
All right, look, if you guys like this shenanigans, I swear, all the other ones, none of them ever ended in ties before. I'll leave a link in the description below for that, as well as Rene and, of course, Michael's channel. Get them over 1,000. We'd love to see that. And we'll see you next time in the next one. Peace and love.
Yeah, for sure.